don't expect this video to go over well because in it, I'm gonna have too much common sense, and we know how people feel about common sense. I said that gentle parenting isn't permissive parenting. It doesn't mean that your kid is walking all over you. And if the only way you know how to discipline your child is beating the shit out of them, you don't know how to discipline your kid. And I am standing on that shit. Some people in the comments were like, whoa, well, that's a bit extreme. I don't know where you grew up, Mindy, but in some black households, we were beaten with shoes, anything we could find around the house, belts, extension cord, find switches, so that we could pick our own weapon to get our ass whooped. Some of us were beaten in bathtubs while we were wet so that we could feel more pain. So unless no one does that anymore, I think gets a bit extreme. Some of us don't know the difference between abuse and discipline, which is why I get aggressive when I talk about this. People will say, well, all children are different, and that is true, but there are different parenting styles. Do you know them all? No, but I beat DeQuariante because he bad. Okay, well, after the 150th time you beat DeQuariante's ass, did he get better? Is he less bad? No. Did you maybe want to try a new method? When you beat another adult, that's called assault. When you beat a partner, that's domestic violence. When you beat a child, it's good ass parenting. Children's brains haven't fully developed. Half the time, they don't know what the we're talking about. People hold children at a higher standard than they hold themselves. We'll beat a kid for not listening or not understanding something and then come home from work crying because I don't get what this project was about. Well, what if your boss just beat your ass? Would you understand it then? How many tickets have you had as an adult? Don't you know the law? What if every time you made a mistake on the road, a cop was like, all right, I got a gun, a taser, and a nightstick. Pick your weapon. I'm about to fuck you up. When my son was 4, he hit somebody else. To discipline him, I hit him and then told him, stop hitting. That must have been confusing as fuck. That's like your boss saying, explain this to me, but also shut the fuck up. You wouldn't know what the fuck to do. And if you want to spank your kids, don't let me stop you from having a good time on a Tuesday. But please stop shitting on gentle parenting because it is not the same as permissive parenting. It doesn't mean your kids walk all over you. It doesn't mean that you're your kid's best friend. It doesn't mean that there's no discipline, rules, or boundaries. It just means that physically striking them isn't going to be my first go-to. The black community be like, yo, kids ain't your little friend. Nah, I ain't my friend, but he's also not my arch nemesis. We got adults that don't know how to communicate, adults that don't understand emotional regulation, adults that get mad at other adults and don't know how to use their words and only use their hands. Yet we want kids to act right and know how to function in this fucking world. I've seen a man tell a baby stop crying because he's a man. He's only 6 months old, but who's counting? 36, 6 months, same shit. And I'm really sorry if I was aggressive in the last video or even this video, but I think it's kind of funny when we're talking about beating children and adults are like, you're really aggressive. I don't like your tone, but we'll go home and beat the shit out their kids. It's almost like we want the world to be gentle with us, but our kids can catch these hands.